My name is Herzog. I was born in Poland and came to America via Russia, India, England 44 years ago. I'm an American citizen, a retired electrical engineer residing in Katyn, Connecticut. My father, also Franek, was a Polish Army officer with the rank of Lieutenant General. In September 1939, he was captured by the Russians and taken with about 4,000 other officers to Starobiel's POW camp. His brother, Katyn, was also captured by the Russians and sent to the POW camp in Secaucus. Today, we know what happened to them. By order of Stalin, they were executed in April 1940. The youngest brother, Major Herzog, spent 5 years in German POW camp. He was the only one of the 3 brothers that died a natural death in Poland at the age of 18. When in September 1939, Russian-occupied town of Lubavitch, where we lived, were evicted from our house. We didn't know what happened to father. As POW were allowed to write their families 1 postcard a month. Eventually, father located us and we exchanged some correspondence. That privilege of writing had a dubious purpose. It allowed the NKVD to establish the exact location of all the families of officers. And then, in April 1940, majority of the POW families were deported to Russia. Our family, my mother, my 2 older brothers, were deported to Kazakhstan, where we spent 2 years. An incredible, harsh environment and near-starvation situation. It was there that our mother died. In a way, as the son of a Polish officer, murdered by Stalin's order, I consider myself also a victim of that order. Soon after we reached our destination in Kazakhstan, we received a postcard from our father, dated April 6, 1940, in which he said, "Do not write to me till I give you my new address, as they are moving us. Do not worry if there is a prolonged silence." It was the last postcard from our father. A few days later, he was murdered. After a so-called amnesty, we managed to leave Russia, but that's another story. In April 1943, Germans announced discovery of near Smolensk, in Katyn forest, massive graves of Polish officers from Cautious. But it was not until 1992 when Boris Yeltsin gave the Polish government some documents on the subject that came to light what happened to the POW from Starobiel's. They were executed in Herzog and dumped in a mass grave in nearby Katyn. And POWs from Stashno camp were executed near Tver and buried in a mass grave in May. Today, when we talk about Katyn massacre, that name encompasses not only POWs from Cautious or the POWs from the other POW camps, but also the countless other Polish imprisoned in Russia. By the count of Beria, chief on KVD, over 24,000 Polish citizens were executed. Polish military cemeteries were established in Katyn Herzog and Miedley. In September 2000, I visited the Herzog cemetery where my father was buried. Now let's go back to that postcard that we received from our father. On the postcard, father's return was crossed out, except the Voroshilovskaya Oblast, and Kharkov lays in Voroshilovskaya Oblast. It was also added in Russia a note, left Starobilsk. Our address in Lubachov was crossed out, and the postcard was readdressed to our exact location in Kazakhstan. It always puzzled me, how did they know where we were? Then it occurred to me. Most probably when we arrived in Kazakhstan, my mother wrote to my father, giving him our new location. By the time that postcard reached Starobilsk, father was already dead. A few years ago, I read a book by Natalia Dediedova about the Katyn massacre. She wrote, in Starobilsk camp there was a man of Polish origin by the name of Daniel Cichulski, who worked in the camp as an interpreter. When NKVD discovered that some correspondence was leaving the camp, they started investigation. They questioned Cichulski, and he admitted that he was readdressing some of the correspondence to pacify the families. What happened to him, we can only guess. The original postcard is in Warsaw Museum, Katyn Warsaw Museum. Thank you.